It's getting super dark. So I was going to try and do this real quick. Today has been the craziest day. I said the other day how it just felt like the energy just felt like it was like sucking out of me. And I was like really sucking out of me. Like I wasn't doing anything and I was starving. Like it was weird. Today is so weird. You know, like I know I have talked about this weird stuff with some of the people who live around me that are very brainwashed, totally brainwashed. And today I saw some of the stuff. It just is, like I give you a little bit of the story with this neighbor, because how it played out was, it was very eye-opening. So this neighbor, every interaction, it kept being like I was picking up messages that she wasn't saying. She could be saying something else, but I was picking up on the underlying tone or something. Like I really feel like the more you connect, the more you don't need language. I think that's one of the things why people are starting to really realize, you know, language is jacked up. They're manipulating words, they're twisting them, they're turning them, all this weird stuff, all with language. You don't need language all the time, right? You can pick up on stuff without someone saying anything. So there kept being these interactions with this neighbor. And it went from them just moving in and me being the nice, you know, single woman who lives next door with the good guard dog, because, you know, they always felt protected. Everybody who lives by me is constantly saying, you know, if somebody's coming that doesn't belong here, Stella lets us all know. She's loud too. She lets you know for blocks. And so, you know, at first, you know, that's how they saw me. And I was always talking to the little kids. You know, this was during quarantine and I wasn't getting to see my grandkids. And so hers coming. And then I thought, well, they're not getting to see their grandmas. So, you know, I was giving them that kind of like talking to them and stuff, you know, not being like snotty or something. And then plus the one little girl was just showing so much neediness of, I thought, oh, she probably really misses her grandma. And she'd want to come over and just follow me around my house and talk to me. She'd want me to sit down. She'd say, come in here and lay on the bed and let's chat. And I'm like, no, thank you. Let's just sit out here. What do you want to talk about? And then she would want to get into all my stuff, you know. And, you know, I kept thinking, well, you know, and there was another littler one at home. So I thought, well, it's kind of helping out this kid to have a better life, you know. And then if she had to leave or whatever, you know, I'd babysit at the drop of a hat. So to me, I was constantly being like neighborly. Like the other day, I needed to hire somebody to do the moving, the washer and the stuff. And I thought, well, you know, I should, even though it's awkward with them because she keeps on calling me a liar, that I should still offer it to him first. That would just be weird if I just put it on the next door page and ask somebody. And so, you know, he said that he would do it. And, you know, I paid him for his work. And, but every interaction with her, I kept feeling like, okay, this is just weird. This is so awkward and stuff. And I started really getting like, you know, she thinks because I support, you know, this past guy that just so happened to be in that office, that, you know, and I wasn't always, and I told her even, because a lot of people have like a real issue with that. They get like freaked out. And so I, you know, I made sure and say, you know, I was a lifelong Democrat. And I caught them lying all the time. They were not looking out for my best interest. And, you know, when I started hearing people talking about what he was doing and bringing back jobs, I remember when they took those jobs. I remember when they told us that was the best thing for the country. All these people to lose their jobs and their jobs to go overseas. I was there. And so when I saw him fixing that stuff, I started paying attention. You start paying attention, you start noticing that the media is lying about it, that they're not saying what's really happening. And then you start seeing, boy, these lies just get bigger and bigger, and more people are involved. It just gets creepy, and the more you look, the bigger it gets. So, anyways, you know, but you cannot explain that to, oh, Jesus Christ, man. All you gotta do is say the name, and it's like fucking springs are boinging out of their head. And so I said that, you know, I just noticed, you know, that they were lying about him, and I don't want to hear another word about it. And right away, it's their attitude towards you. Because think about on the media and stuff, how they portray these people now, you know, as this cult following. They are all racist. They, I don't know, I apparently hate America and hate the flag, but want to wave it around everywhere. They want to oppress people, although they are the ones saying, let's not talk about race. They want, I mean, it's these other people pushing their agenda and pushing, and then the people who are on this other side saying, oh, wait a minute, get out of my lane, keep your business over there, I don't care about your business, but don't fucking come in my house and tell me how to run my house, fuck off. And that's where it gets like, some people haven't felt it, I guess. You know, they don't mind someone co-piloting. They don't mind backseat drivers. You know, they're just oblivious. They're all on autopilot. I've said it a million times. So anyways, I'm picking up on, you know, her hidden innuendo, her messaging behind her words. And I'm like, man, and I was telling my mom all along the saga that's going on with this neighbor, you know, that's just like, you know, she seems nutty, and you know, calling me a liar and stuff, because there was, I think I talked about this probably, because it was freaky. There was all these explosions in our neighborhood. There kept being explosions. And before that, there was just this constant gunfire, explosions. And it's creepy. I mean, if you live in the city, you just don't know how creepy it is. And so there became a point, it was like, okay, so is this like some kind of practicing maneuvers or something? Like, do we have some hidden army? And, you know, there's a certain one that is pretty viciously burning down cities, and they don't give a fuck. They're showing up on people's doors and keeping them up all night. And they're in my close vicinity. They've been in all the cities surrounding me. So when I said that, she said I was making it up. I was a liar. You know, I'm ridiculous. To be worried about Antifa, they don't even exist. I don't know. Hopefully that's. So, you know, they don't exist, so why would I be scared of them? I'm just a ridiculous conspiracy theorist. So, there was a huge explosion, and he was telling me, oh, it was a house. I saw it on Facebook. It was a house explosion. And I was like, okay, well, the house just down the street from us that burned down a week ago, sure the fuck didn't do that. I mean, it's rattled the house. I mean, it was crazy, this explosion. I thought for sure a fucking, you know, you're gonna walk outside and there's a giant meteor or something. And so she told me where this house burned down. There's no fucking house that burned down. I went and looked. But, you know, that's how these people are. They, you know, give them a storyline, suck it up, and then tell everybody, shut up and listen to the narrative. That's what happened. Don't tell me anything else. It's like, oh my God. Oh, it's mental. So, so then you know, I just stopped talking. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with this person. They're so like oblivious to what's going on. I'm not gonna say anything, okay? And then, you know, she continued, you know, telling me more stuff about what happened on the 6th of January. And I was just like, oh my God, you don't even know the real news. You don't know anything that's going on. Oh, I can't argue with you. I'm not gonna, you know, I just backed out of the conversation, shut the door, just, okay, go back to Cuckoo Town. And so then there kept having to be these like brief interactions, I guess, but And it was all, you know, we had a gate between our houses so that the dogs could play, especially since Winston died. And one of the dogs, Stella, you know, they have 4 dogs over there. And if they don't have an opening, they'll just run the fence and bark at each other. And that Stella has horrible arthritis. It kills her hips. So she can't do that, right? So I said, yeah, we can have the gate open. At first, when they moved in, you know, summertime, we had more barbecues and stuff, you know, like, so weird. And so, you know, she was making herself more and more clear over her attitude towards me. And her attitude towards me was coming from this belief that I'm, you know, I guess is hidden racist or something. Like I'm just, I don't know. You come in my house, the artwork alone, it's bizarre. And so, anyways, so she's, you know, it's starting to show itself. Like she couldn't hide. She could say whatever out her mouth, but what she really thought was coming through. But, you know, you have to trust your instincts, right? So I was telling my mom about it. So she's heard about it all along while this has been going on. And so they kept leaving their driveway gate open, right? I know I've talked about this before. And so I had to shut the in-between gate. And, you know, the gate, so since then, the gate kept being open and kept being open. And every time she got, she'd have to close the gate. So I thought, oh, you know, now she's seeing, like, you know, I'm not making this up. Her gate's constantly open. I have to shut this to keep my dog in the yard. And, nope. So today, she starts in with this thing, you know, she has to come in my yard to get her dog because her dog's over here. Well, her dog's over here fucking day, all day long. Every time, if her dog's outside, her dog's in my yard. It's not in her yard. I mean, seriously? You don't even know that? Oh, Lord. So then she comes and she, you know, she's going to have to get in here. And I said, it's only closed to keep Stella in because your gate's always open. Woo! Damn. I lit a fire with that. Oh my God. I've never seen anything quite like it. Oh, hold on, something's boiling. I decided to make mashed potatoes and mushroom gravy for my dinner. Okay, so I lit a fire for that, man. I'll tell you. She fucking melted down. Then it started all coming out. You know, I'm a liar. Just like when I tried to tell her that her dog was across the street, but she told me her dog was in the house right next to her. I was like, yeah, but that was a half hour later. Oh my God. Oh my God. See what time I sent the message? Oh, damn. And so she tries to tell me that. At the same time, in the same conversation, she's telling me yesterday she had to chase her dog down the road because he escaped him running down the road. But if I say the dog's out running down the road, I'm a crazy liar. It's so mental. So I got tired of being called a crazy liar. I was just like, okay, dude, you know, I'm just not going to say shit. If your gate's open, your gate's open. I'll just keep this one closed. I'm not going to say shit. And then so when I told her that today, oh, God damn. So it was, she's going to go in and get the footage off her cameras to show me that her gate is never open. She is home 99% of the time, and it is never fucking open. Well, bitch, how is it that I saw you go out 3 times yesterday and shut it your damn self? Completely unaware of how many hours it's been open, right? She lets her dogs out. Her gate's wide open. She doesn't even know. So I guess this camera system that she has hooked up in the house tells her, it does a chime if something goes by her gate. And she can see on the little camera or something that her gate's closed. I was like, well, you know, you've got a faulty system. Because I have direct vision of your gate out both my windows. If I look outside and see your damn ass gate, it's always fucking open. Oh, she's been on a rant. I mean, I'm a complete liar. So I called her out on it, and I said, you know, this is your attitude towards me. You know, you automatically don't believe anything I say. You're calling me a liar. I saw this with my own eyes. It's not open a crack. It's 4 feet, you know, I mean, it's, I don't know, is that 4 feet? I would say, I don't know, 3 feet open a significant amount. Big enough for Stella to walk her fat ass out it. So I was like, I don't need to go over the footage. I have eyeballs. They look out the window. I see it open hours and hours and hours. And no, oh gosh. Yeah, she freaked out. But, you know, the things that I got from it that were really significant to me, it was like, I knew for weeks, like I could read, I swear to God, I could hear what she was thinking from my house. I knew exactly how she felt about me. It didn't matter what she was saying. Today, you know, it finally came out, and, you know, it was clear that I was right. But, you know, this attitude, and oh my gosh, the victim into, oh, somehow I turned into the bad guy. You know, I don't even know. I said, well, since we're being honest, can I get my ladder back? I needed it a couple weeks ago, but I was so uncomfortable to even ask, because, you know, when somebody starts acting like that, everything you do or say, you know, that's how they're going to see you. Just like, you know, me offering to pay her husband to do a job that I was going to pay someone else. I'm trying to take advantage of her, take advantage of them, take advantage of the relationship. Oh, God, I am so looking forward to this great awakening. It's like, people, wake the fuck up. Have some goddamn awareness. Like, you don't even fucking know your damn gate's open. I'm seeing it with my own eyeballs, and you're calling me a liar. You're going to go back over the footage. If you can't see your gates open, then I don't know what to tell you, but you sure the hell. Oh, and I don't ever get mad if somebody tells me my gate's open. I said, well, unless it's me, because you're pretty damn mad. So I was gonna let Stella in, but she stopped now. But anyways, there was, it was giving me the whole thing of, like, you know, to have really listen to your internal, like, your messages, you know, like, really get them turned on. Because, you know, when you're in this, like, lower chakra thing, and you're living more, like, down here, when somebody's doing stuff like that, then, you know, you are taking it back. That's how we get in these relationships, what I'm talking about, with the good, the bad, right? And, because, you know, then we revert into our own, our response from our own hurt position or whatever. But once you heal those wounds and stuff, I mean, you'll always have some. I'm not saying like, oh, you know, I healed my wounds, I'm superior. That's not what I'm saying. It's a process all the time. That's just the way it is. It's part of being a human being. But when you do, you start with your healing, you just get such different things from conversations, from relationships and stuff. You don't have this like, oh, I'm sick and you're sick, but we'll do this little sick trade-off. And it's all in this unwritten thing. It's not like, you know, that we all go into and go, oh, well, you know, you're a fuck up there, but, you know, it's unwritten, you know, like you notice, but you're going to just let it slide because, you know, they're going to let you slide or whatever. People just get in these really like sick relationships, and there's a lot of them. You know, I've been in some bad relationships, but I'm not the only one. I don't know that I know anyone right now who's in a relationship that I would say they're in a good relationship. Most people develop these sick relationships that are based on, but see, they don't know it. They think that's kind of like, that's life. That's how it is, you know, that's what relationships are. No. Once you like raise up, you don't play into their thing. I can't tell you how many times it is much more of just pointing out what someone's doing. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. This isn't like I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I don't care if you like me. I don't need to convince you I'm right. I already know. This is my perspective. This is how I see you. I can recognize how you see me. I don't accept being involved. And it's just this, like, it's a healthier way of being. Like, it's just like it's a release. And, you know, to start recognizing the broken shit in some relationships, that's good. You know, since it's started, not just quarantine, because this started before that. This isolation bit, that's just another part of this whole process. But there was another part that started before that, and that's when I started noticing, like, everyone I knew. And this was like, oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. It was right after I broke up with my last breakup. Right after that, it was like everybody I knew broke up. Everybody was like, you know, this relationship is not satisfying. Why am I with this person? This person is not who I would ever be with. You know, everybody was doing that. Now I only know a few relationships really that are still like together, like personally no, you know, but I know also that they're very unhealthy relationships because people have divulged stuff to me. And you know, this is a whole part of this whole great awakening, this transition, is it's not just the planet, it's not just the government and the money and all of the things. It's us too, internally. It's us having our come to Jesus moments. It's us getting connected to figure out like who we are, what we are, and where our connection is. Like, I knew how she felt about me because they're freaking telling me, I guess, because I can hear it loud and clear in my head. I hear what's being really said without you having to say. I mean, there's so many people. We don't need to talk. I can sit here and just look at you. I'm gonna know everything. I'm gonna know what you're thinking. I'm gonna know what you're feeling. I'm gonna know how you feel about me. And, you know, to me, it's exciting because, yeah, the language has been, it's going to continue. I mean, people are going to continue using words, but at some point, I think it's going to stop. And I think for a lot of us, you're going to notice a lot more people are doing a lot more watching and a lot less talking, because you don't need all the words. You don't need all the bullshit. It's like so much of it is bullshit. But there was another thing that I was like, what was it? Besides the, you know, the realizing about how good it is to listen to yourself. Well, there was a few things, you know, there's been a few things this, I don't know, past 24 hours that have been happening in my life. I know that a lot of stuff is happening in everybody's life, but just with the people and seeing people, like the people that are in the most brainwashed state, like I've said this before, what is happening right now, all of these triggering events, all of these opportunities to show yourself, to represent yourself, to show who you really are. You can't help yourself right now because we're in this cosmic transition. That's why evil is being exposed. It can't hide itself. It just can't. There's a change, and it has to be exposed. So whatever is inside someone, that evil is being exposed as well. They're having to show it. They can't hide it. And, you know, I mean, maybe she could have hidden it better before, you know. I don't know. I only know what, you know, the here and now, like what's happening presently. And in the here and now, I mean, it's becoming quite obvious, not to the people who are brainwashed. I was just telling one of them, one of my daughters, who is like, you know, thinks I'm completely insane. I'm brainwashed. I'm in a cult. I'm just completely crazy. I'm off my rocker. And, but when I had told her, I keep trying to give them some kind of insight, you know, like, you have to look into stuff. You have to look around, you know, and they just don't want to hear it. And I told her something. What was it? But they just, when you try and tell them, they just melt down. They just shut down. They can't handle it. What was it? Damn it! I hate that. I'm about to say it, and just like poof, flies right on by. Wait, hold on. What was it? It was something about oh, I told her that she's going to start noticing where she keeps saying about people like, you know, they're just not making sense. Like, what the hell is going on with this person? What the hell is going on with that person? Because as these people are waking up, and I think there's a lot of little things happening that is kind of triggering them to wake up, even though they're still pushing away, you know, like the major big things that are happening. But there's little things, little triggers amongst one another, amongst each other, where they're starting to notice, like, you know, question things. So I said, you know, you're going to notice that you're going to be questioning a lot of things. And I know that she will. And, you know, with this whole thing, you know, holding up this mirror before them so that they have to see themselves, that's going to be like, a lot of people say that is the dark night of the soul, right? That you have to face your dark, you have to face your shadow self. And a lot of people, especially these people that are super brainwashed right now, they're very arrogant and very egotistical. Like, they're above other people. They're too good. They couldn't fucking possibly have a shadow self. That's only for the lower class. And so they, this event that is happening currently is giving them a mirror. I told Mom, when I was talking to her about this, I said, you know, a lot of them are going to see, when they finally get a look in that real mirror, they're going to see fucking Dorian Gray looking back. They're not going to like it. They're not going to like it at all. And I know I've talked about this. Okay, well, Stella's back, and, you know, I'm just rambling. I think I'm kind of all over the place, but I'll be back tomorrow. Talk to you later.